Hello guys, it's the Unclair 999. Today's video is about money, and it is not just paper. It's more than that. Money, it rustles in pockets, flashes on screens, and dances in digital ledgers, but it is far more than a slip of paper or a numerical code on a banking app. At first glance, money might appear like a mere tool, something transactional, something external to our being. But peel back the layers, and what you'll find is that money is not just paper, not just plastic cards or cryptocurrencies. It is energy. It is trust in motion. It is a mirror reflecting the values, fears, ambitions, and philosophies of entire civilizations. The dollar bill, the euro, the USD are merely vessels. The real power of money lies in what it represents. Belief, human belief, collective agreement. A piece of paper in itself has no value. It's the shared societal agreement that gives it life. The invisible contract that turns ink and cotton fiber into something you can trade for food, shelter, status, and freedom. Money is a symbol of energy exchanged, stored, and transformed. When someone works, they expend energy, mental, physical, emotional. They give their time, their attention, their life essence. In return, they receive money, which holds the value of that energy in a portable, tradable form. It's a battery charged by human effort. And like energy, money can flow, it can be blocked, it can be hoarded, or it can be invested into the world to produce new outcomes, innovations, and opportunities. Money moves where intention flows. It follows attention. It seeks value. When money flows to ideas, to services, to creativity, it is endorsing those things as meaningful and worthy of replication. And in this way, money becomes a vote, a daily referendum on what society believes is valuable. But it goes deeper. Money is also emotional energy. People attach hope to it. Fear, anxiety, guilt, joy. Some chase it with desperation, believing it to be the cure to their existential void. Others push it away, believing it to be the root of all evil. Some worship it, others scorn it. But rarely does anyone remain neutral to money, because money has been interwoven with our sense of worth, survival, and identity. How much you have, how you got it, and what you do with it, these questions define people's lives and reputations. In our world, money is not just a means of exchange. It is a social signal, a psychological weight, a spiritual test. Long before coins clinked in the hands of emperors or credit cards swiped under neon lights, humanity understood trade through the lens of exchange and reciprocity. In ancient times, money didn't exist as minted currency, but the energy behind its value exchanged between people. A farmer traded grain for cloth. A fisherman offered catch for tools. These weren't just trades of goods, they were exchanges of time, labor, and trust. When currency was invented, cowrie shells, salt blocks, gold coins, these became vessels to carry value, to store energy over time and distance. You could harvest crops in the summer and, through the medium of money, save that energy for winter. Coins and notes were revolutionary, not because of what they were, but because of what they meant. They became the physical form of stored human effort, the embodiment of labor and life that could be held, measured, and moved. That transformation changed the course of civilization. It allowed cities to grow, empires to rise, and global trade to connect distant cultures. But the energy within money was never neutral. As soon as humans started assigning value to it, they also assigned power to those who controlled it. Money, then, became not just an enabler of life, but a gatekeeper of it. As societies evolved, so too did the perception of money. Gold was prized not only for its rarity, but for its incorruptibility, a reflection of purity, of eternal value. Banks emerged as keepers of this stored energy, and with them, a new system, the idea that money could be lent, multiplied, and leveraged. This introduced a new layer. Money was no longer just a reflection of what had been done, it became a tool for what could be done. Loans, investments, interest all became symbols of future potential. Promises backed by belief. Debt became a contract of future energy owed. And so, money turned from something you simply have into something you could create or destroy, depending on your relationship with it. And with this evolution, money began to intertwine with psychology, shaping behavior, morality, and identity across generations. Money is not just an economic tool, it's a deeply personal and emotional force. It is a mirror reflecting who we are, what we fear, and what we hope to become. People cry over money, fight over it, betray family for it, or dedicate their entire lives to chasing it. But why? Because at its core, money represents far more than wealth. It represents safety, freedom, control, power, love, acceptance, and even identity. For some, having money means never being hungry again. For others, it means being worthy, finally escaping shame, or proving to the world they're enough. We may think we're rational about money, but we're not. The field of behavioral economics shows us time and again that money triggers emotion, pride, anxiety, guilt, and elation far more powerfully than logic. A person can lose sleep over a $20 mistake, yet gamble $1,000 without a second thought if the emotions behind the act are strong enough. In truth, most people don't manage money, they manage their emotions through money. And this is where the energy of money becomes most volatile. Like electricity flowing through a circuit, it will either empower a life or overload it depending on the wiring of one's beliefs and experiences. These beliefs often come from early life. A child who watched their parents struggle to pay rent may grow up with an unconscious script that money is always scarce, hard to earn, and easy to lose. Another may grow up spoiled, believing it will always be there. Both live under different psychological currents, and both will carry these mental patterns into adulthood unless consciously Others overspend because they associate spending with love, freedom, or rebellion. We each have a money story, a set of subconscious ideas about what money is, what it means, and how we're supposed to relate to it. These stories aren't just about dollars, they are stories about who we are. A person who sees themselves as bad with money may never try to learn finances, not because they lack intelligence, but because their identity resists change. To change your financial life, you must change your inner narrative. This is why affirmations, mindset shifts, and emotional healing are more critical to financial success than any spreadsheet or budgeting app. If money is energy, then your beliefs are the filters through which that energy flows or gets blocked.